The Chief Minister Digambar Kamath has recently stated on the floor of the House that the state government has envisaged the construction of an ambitious Donapaula-Vasco sea link. The Chief Minister had also stated that the government was in the process of appointing a consultant for the project, which would cost more than ₹1,000 crores.
Goa 365 thought it fit to speak to a cross-section of people from both the sides of the Donapaula Bay and ascertain the views on the proposed sea link. Here are some of the views on what people had to say from across the bay from Vasco, who felt that undue expenditure on the proposed bridge was going to be incurred in absence of a proper feasibility study, which did not serve the very purpose of traffic alleviation. Instead, there would be more traffic congestion and bottlenecking on either sides of the bay. Speaking to Goa 365, Baban Parulekar, a resident of Vasco, replied in the negative of the issue by saying that the money could be well utilized for alternate purposes and that the burden of toll tax which will be imposed on the citizens would be quite high.
Government wants to make some statements whereby this thing is diverted to something else and they have a feel-good factor for some time. What common man? Common man is not bothered about your ceiling and all that. And tomorrow when you do ceiling, even if it on PPP basis, it will be who will shell out the money for the toll tax.
Dr. Nagashekar, a Vasco-based doctor, on being asked about his view on the project proposed by the Chief Minister on building the bridge on the lines of the Bandra-Worli Sea Link, he said that he did not think that the sea link served its purpose as far as Goa traffic was concerned.
The 1,000 crore worth Donapaula sea link, I do not think it is worth. And when there are so many other things to be done as far as Goa roads are concerned, we can have, I think, at least 50 flyovers, more than 50 flyovers in those 1,000 crores. But that sea link is not going to serve any other purpose as far as Goa traffic is concerned.
It is a widely known fact that the launch service between Donapaula and Vasco was suspended over a few years back due to inadequate traffic. Rosario Menezes, a local resident, threw some light on the same.
First, there should be a study or a survey done. What would be the level of utilization of this link when it is brought about, and whether there would be sufficient returns in various terms after having made this massive investment. I remember that there was a ferry service between Donapaul and Mormugao, which was discontinued, I suspect, because there was not sufficient traffic to justify carrying on with the launch service. We should first concentrate on developing systems and accountability for putting up simple things that will meet the citizens' immediate needs before jumping on to the bandwagon of such massive projects.
Another resident of Vasco, Walter D'Souza, said that such a project would be beneficial in the long run, provided the arterial roads connecting the sea link is developed and that the road infrastructure in the city is augmented so as to take care of the additional traffic.
See, if you are looking in terms of developing the infrastructure in the long run with a futuristic view, something like this is needed. I am looking ahead 25-50 years. But then if the project involves 1,000 crore expenditure, then I think a feasibility study has to be done. How it will serve the entire taluka of Mormugao and then the northern region beyond Donapaula. Moreover, the arterial roads feeding to the sea link will have to be again developed on. Because once the sea link is established, the people from neighboring villages of, say, Kansalim, Velsom, entire southern belt will prefer to take this route for a shortcut to Panjim and Donapaula. Right now, this highway also is quite a choked one. In that sense, in the long run, as I said, 25-30 years ahead, this will be needed, like how we have had the Mumbai-Valli ceiling, Bandra-Valli ceiling. Moreover, the infrastructure of other road network has to be developed simultaneously. Otherwise, it will put a tremendous pressure on the city of Vasco, which is already having a pressure as far as the road infrastructure is concerned.
The sea link found another supporter, Kartali MLA Marvin Godino, who said that with Goa's progress into the new century, new changes were welcome. He also hopes that this multi-crore project would avail the necessary funds from the central government.
See, basically, as you progress into the next century, all types of development and activities which will improve the quality of life of a citizen is always welcome. While the sea link would connect Donapaula, that is the capital city of Panjim, with Murmungaon Taluka from Marmagua harbour side, I think it is a very good thing. All that we have to see is that we get the finances either from with private, public-private participation or from the central government agencies. When the center is coming forward to fund this particular project, we should welcome